are wondering if work is taking place at the Argyle International Airport site, yes, work is definitely taking place, and lots of it too, as we will show you in this update on the progress of the making of an international airport. Now, the evidence is all around me, as you can hear the noises, the stones coming down, heavy equipment working, and we're going to show you from August 2008 how far we have come to this September 2011. It was on August 13, 2008 when we started the work on the Argyle International Airport, and we started right here in what we call the first kilometer of the site. Remember, the site is divided into 3 kilometers. So we're now in the first, where we started all of this work on the construction of the Argyle International Airport. And if you can recall, behind me there were 2 really big mountains, Fort Hill and Makani Hill. We had the task of bringing down both hills. We are still bringing down the hills, and there is still a lot of work to be done. But follow me and you will see. Take a look. From August 2008, Makani Hill, Fort Hill. And I'll get out of the way so you can see the cavity that has been created between Fort Hill and Makani Hills. The rubble you're seeing directly behind me is no longer mountain, that is just rubble, no mountains. So right in the middle here, that large expanse of space, that is what we have created from removing parts of Makani Hill and most of Fort Hill. To my right, we have just a bit of Fort Hill remaining to come down, and on my left, we have some more of Makani Hill that needs to come down. As we move along further into this first kilometer, we're going to show you where we're at with Johnson Hill. Also in this first kilometer, we are going to show you the box culverts that we have constructed to take water off the hills and the small stream nearby down to the Argyle Sea. Follow me, we're on a journey. Standing on what remains of Fort Hill, and as you can see, it is very flat up here, but there's still some hills to come down. But I came up here to give you the vantage point so you can see, or imagine if you will, where we are going to construct the permanent access road to Warku, Mount Pleasant, and the other part of Argyle where our offices are now located. The road is going to be constructed from over in the Mount Cook area, coming around this way. Now if you can imagine, just below this embankment, the road is going to take that trail all the way around towards where the old sugar mill is, go down to Warwick on that existing old road, come around up to Mount Pleasant, go over Johnson Hill, what would remain of it, and it will join back up with that old road in front where the Bullocks had their supermarket, and then it would proceed over to where the old Argyle Bridge once was. That would become a cul-de-sac, because part of the shoulder area for the airport will fall into the ocean over there where we're going to be doing some land reclamation, and so when you get there you'll have to turn around and come back. Right now I really don't have the vision, so I'm not seeing the road, but the technical folks and the engineers tell me it's going to be there, and from what I can see it is going to be a very scenic drive when it is finished and you're going to Warwick or you're going to Mount Pleasant. So folks, we have a lot to look forward to, and work has already started on it, and before you know it we will have a road going that way. So now that I've shown you where the road is going to be, come with me and let me show you the box culverts that I've been telling you about.
It's a natural disaster. Houses are down, trees uprooted, electricity out, food and clean water in short supply. This situation is not unthinkable. Remember Haiti? Had it not been for the international airport, the situation would have been much worse. Now, imagine St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a similar situation.
In the interest of national security, support the Argyle International Airport.
Okay, we're still within the first kilometer, and I've brought you here to show you the box covers that we have constructed in this area. Take a look. I mean, what you're seeing is just part of the box culverts. They go a long way right down because they have to take the water down to the ocean. Now the water, when it rains out here, will come down off these hills that you see around here, and then there is a very tiny stream close by that we have to channel all of that water into this culvert so that it will not settle on the runway. Can't afford to have the runway breaking up because water is settling on it. So we have constructed the culvert to take the water down there, and it's really big, it's wide enough, so large volume of water, more than we expect to flow down here, can go through there and be channeled safely down to the ocean. The guys are busy trying to finish it up, and not that I need to say, but I will say, they're all Vincentians working on the culverts, and they weren't brought in and fitted up here, they were built right here on the site at Argyle. Wonderful work we are doing out here. From here we're going to go across to the second kilometer of the site where we're continuing to build the runway. Back there it's almost to where we want it to be, and also we have started foundation work on the terminal buildings. So let's go. I hope you are still with me. I'm now in a position where you can see Johnson Hill clearly. And if you can recall, Johnson Hill was also very high. We've done a lot of work on it since, and we are at the point which you're seeing right now. And I said that we have a lot of work going on the project site. There is a lot of work going on the project site, as is evidenced by the trucks that are now parked as the men go to lunch. When they come back, they'll be busy again, and that is pretty much how it is out here every day, Monday to Sunday. at this vantage point, I may as well take the opportunity to tell you something about the second kilometer of the project. Now, the second kilometer of the project starts from right here at Johnson Hill all the way across to where you can see those two heavy pieces of equipment now coming across. That's where the second kilometer ends. And from here, you have a good view of the runway in the second kilometer. Now, how it's looking there now, you might be saying, hey, that's finished. There isn't anything much else to do on that part of the runway. And you're right. There isn't much remaining to be done on that part in the second kilometer. As a matter of fact, we are almost where we want to be in that second kilometer. But there is still a little bit of work to be done, and we will continue to do that work. Also in the second kilometer, we have work started on the foundation of the terminal building. You know that we've been waiting for that to start for a long time, and it finally has started. Let's take you closer to the terminal building for a better look. Alright, here we are, down on the site for the terminal building. We have taken you closer to the action. Take a look around. This vast area that you're seeing behind me is where the passenger terminal building is being constructed. Notice I said is being constructed as opposed to will be constructed. If you take a closer look behind me, you will see that they have already started to plant columns. That is where the terminal building is being built, and for the next 28 months we are going to watch it grow, and it is going to grow at a steady pace. So far they have started the site works that is in preparation for full-scale work on the terminal building. And in order to run that work smoothly, there are a few things that the workers have to put in place before that. So right in front of me, you'll see they're constructing a building that is for warehousing purposes. And next to that, they're going to be constructing what they are calling a mechanical shop, so that the vehicles and the heavy equipment that they have on site, when they need to be repaired, they'll be repaired right there, just as we are doing during the construction of the runway, where we have a mechanical shop over there to repair the heavy equipment and all the other equipment that we have on the site as they break down. So the work is moving along. Site work's in progress. We have already started laying the columns for the foundation, and all in all, things are looking up out here at Argyle. You are working
at the terminal building
site?
Yes.
Okay, exactly what you're doing?
Well, actually I'm a carpenter, and presently on the ground as a foreman along with the Philippines, because we have so many workers on the project. So presently they're using me as a ground foreman. So we on that side over there we have the shed, and also we have the warehouse. We notice on the other side is the column them that we're putting up. So actually the work now started. A matter of fact, I only here for 2 weeks since I started, and last week we taken a lot of folks. So, but there are still more to come because the work now started. As soon as we get all those columns up, we will have more people coming in, because we take them as the work push. We can't, because we might look for take a lot of people one time and then have the room for them. So as the work progress, more people come in at this time.
Okay, as a foreman, what do you do on a daily basis?
Well, I make sure that all, whatever they ask me to do, give me the line out, what the carpenter's supposed to do, what the mason's supposed to do. I go and get them the measurement and what requires to be done, and also make sure the helpers go set out on morning time and all everybody. And in the afternoon, make sure that everything is secure, like the tools and all things put in place. So make sure that the carpenter get the material, the mason get the cement and everything, whatever they need.
About how many workers you have presently on
Well,
the site?
presently, I do have the figure.
You don't have the figures?
Just with the Philippine, we'll have the figure because I don't really deal with the numbers of people who come in. I just on the ground, and whatever I have to do, I do it presently.
So how are you guys enjoying the work? Are you enjoying the work?
Well, I enjoy the work. We work here 10 hours and sometimes surprised that the way we work, time flies so quick that we don't even know it's 6 o'clock already. So we work from 7 to 6 every day.
All right. As a Vincentian and you're working on this project, how does it make you feel? What does it do for you as an individual?
Well, I tell you, it's really a benefit and it makes me feel good. I knowing that, well, this project has started and I look down the road. Even this morning I was talking to one of the workers. I say, here will be a beautiful site when it finished. I just can't imagine how it will look when it finished. But whatever taking place here, I think is really wonderful. And I, even though sometimes I may not live to see where it will take place in the future, we have children, and it's good benefit for StVincent and the Grenadines as time goes on.
Okay. Now, as a Vincentian, I am very proud of what is taking place here at Argyle. Do you feel that sense of pride from the rest of your men?
Yes. Well, in between you have men still, although they're on the project, there are some who will still have doubt. And in everything, even in church still, you have some people who will believe in certain area. They come to church, they come by you, but they still have concept of what they think should be done. But just because they want to maintain, they try to. But same on in the natural, so in this physical. There are some who will feel the pride of it. Some come just because of the money. Some work because they want to see the project done, and some have it at heart.
Okay, so you're telling me that you still, even though they're here and they're working on this site, you still have people in between who still don't believe what is happening, even though they're helping to create it?
Sometimes being on the ground, depends on what you heard from people. Sometimes that's what you can think of.
It's unbelievable. These guys behind me, none of you share that sentiment though. You guys are happy with your work?
Those guys are happy. They are happy. There are some, but I believe when I say some, let's say the majority, just one or two. You know, you always had the little bad apples.
Yeah, and you find them everywhere.
And we are praying that the project, started, and as it started, I believe more people will appreciate what is going, because when I came here on the ground, I was amazed the amount of earthwork done. When I out there hearing that nothing is doing on the airport, and I convinced, I say, sometime to see, here and see is two different things.
Okay.
So when I came on this project and look at the mountain and the dot and this area here real big, I was surprised, and all that, boost me and give me the encouragement, in that we'll get our airport, man. And I walk in until the terminal done.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. Because once there is life, there is hope.
That's right.
Okay.
Before we actually get into the 3rd kilometer, we have decided to make a pit stop on the top of this hill so you can get a closer view of the terminal building area and what is exactly is taking place down there. The guys are now heading back to work. It's just gone past 1 o'clock and they're heading back to work. If you look at the black squares that you're seeing down on the ground, those are the footprints for the terminal building, and in each of those squares you're going to have a column planted. So the guys are already planting columns, and that is what they will continue to do from here on. If you notice, it is with a sense of pride that they're planting the steel down there. Well, for most of them anyway. And for me, it is history in the making. And yes, a sense of pride. So let's go into the 3rd kilometer and see what is happening there. Finally, we've made it into the 3rd kilometer of the Argyle Airport project site, and where we are standing here on the top of Argyle Gardens Hill that we have brought down, substantially brought down. It's pretty flat up here right now, but we have some ways to go. We're awaiting the removal of the petroglyphs that are located on the rocks just under us here. And as soon as those are safely relocated, we'll be pushing the work forward over to that site where the Roman Catholic Church is located. We also have in that area the Argyle Apartments, Pitani Resorts, and all of those structures would soon be going down. On to my left, we will be doing some land reclamation because part of the shoulder area for the runway will be landing over there, and we'll also be putting in our sea defenses. Also in this 3rd kilometer, just a little further above us here, we have the Yambu River. We have the new Yambu Bridge already, of course, and we have the rest of the Yambu River, which will be flowing under the runway. So that's another part of the work we have to do, spanning that river to ensure that the water flows smoothly and correctly under the runway. Those are just some of the work that we have to do here in the 3rd kilometer, and as you can see, we are working at it. And when this airport is finished, just take a look around you. The scenery is fabulous. So when you're coming in on the southern side, Argyle International Airport would be, I want to believe, the most picturesque airport in the entire Caribbean. That is our dream. It is becoming a reality, and soon all of those stop, sleepover, not going yet, maybe tomorrow, will come to an end as we fly directly from our international airports straight to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Folks, we have a lot to look forward to. This is our reality. It is happening. The airport will be here, and hopefully by 2014 we would start operations here at Argyle. So there you have it. You have seen the progress that we are making. You have seen all the work we have done. You have seen how far we have come from 2008. I'll just ask you now to continue to support the airport project, continue supporting the government and what it is doing as it relates to the improvement of airport facilities and air access to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and let us all work together as Vincentians to ensure that this project is not only completed, but that it works out to the benefit of each and every Vincentian. Thank you so much for viewing. We'll see you next time.